Wait, Evan, you said I could swear in this one, right?
Totally.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm xNocke. I stream on Twitch TV. You can find my link down below. If you like this content, hop over there and we'll get into some of these top 9 content picks for RTA. If you like the video, come on over. I've got a couple of these units that I like to use myself. As a disclaimer, the criteria that we use in selecting these content monsters are monsters that primarily have their own unique function. So we're not looking at units that are, setups, facilitators. So for example, Eludia. While Eludia's third skill is really nice, it's a setup for the damage that's going to come after. It's not about the ability itself. We'll go ahead and get started with number 9. That's going to be Beth, the Water Hell Lady. The reason why Beth is a good content pick is her ability to prop from her skill 3 into skill 2. It's always a fantastic time to see her get all of her debuffs out. You've got harmful effect removal block, defense break, as well as a bit of destroy as well. And then you flip that into skill 2, which throws out a massive amount of dots onto all enemies. Up next, we've got number 8, Bale, the Fire Demon. Similarly to Beth, he also has the ability to put harmful effect removal block out, but he also does massive damage. His skill 2, also with the ability to increase your team's attack bar, makes him a very critical pick if you're going for a content draft. Number 7, we have Ursha, the Fire Warbear. Now, funny thing about Ursha is that Ursha's more Gurkha than Gurkha. You've got massive provokes, the ability to sustain yourself, just steal yourself up. You're gonna out Gurkha with this 2-star. Number 6, Nyx. You like that? You like that? See what you did there? With Nyx's ability to extend debuffs on the enemy team, as well as reduce debuffs on your own team, perfect content pick, especially when you're going up against units that are putting out a lot of debuffs themselves. When your enemy comes in trying to put everything out on you, Nyx just negates all of it. He said put the Nyx on it, it's over. The thing about Nyx is when Nyx doesn't hit, Nyx is the team. He's done. I hate myself. And slightly similar to that same topic, we've got number 5, Daniel, the Light Sky Surfer. His skill 3 allows you to not only reduce the attack bar of the entire enemy team, but when the attack bar reaches 0, it starts dipping into their HP as well. If you miss this, you're also getting nixed. In best case, you've got an AoE Mo Long. Worst case, you got nothing. Number 4, Van Cleef. My personal favorite from the list. I mean, because I've got him. It's one of those, you gotta work with what you got, right? The nice thing about Van Cleef is, similarly to Nyx, he also has debuff extension, but he's a multi-hit, which allows you to use additional damage on your artifacts. You have massive amount of strip on the single target that you are aiming for. And the nice thing about his debuff extension is, I really like pairing him with Shizuka. If you get Shizuka out on the field with Van Cleef and you've got all of the debuffs out, they're not going anywhere. And number 3, we've got the Light Robo, or Robo E65. While the Light Robo is a quasi setup unit, the nice thing about him is that when he dies, you are pushing back your enemy attack bar as well as raising your own. And Light Robo pairs really well with our number 2 pick, Carlos, the Fire Weapon Master. The nice thing about Carlos and running him with the Light Robo is that when the Robo uses his skill 2, it's an automatic trigger for Carlos's passive, and he starts taking his turns. Especially good to build him on Violent, just to keep those turns stacking. And time for some honorable mentions. We've got Beelzebub, the Dark Demon. Now, the fun thing about Beelzebub is his potential to revive as well as do damage. We've seen primarily Violent being the build of choice, and it's just incredible to see Beelzebub come back from an ally death and sniping that one critical unit on the enemy team, as well as reviving your ally at full health. Another honorable mention we've got is, this time it's a twofer. We've got the Tableau Gemire combo, the Light Dice Magician and Wind Dragon. What's really nice about this team is that if you speed tune it properly, you're gonna be able to not only push back the attack bar of all of the enemy units, give yourself speed buff, but then it allows the rest of your team to take turns. And yeah, I know that we talked about these teams and these units not being facilitators necessarily, but I think it's good to point out in this specific case. The last honorable mention we've got is Ongioki, the Dark Onimusha. His ability to take a turn immediately out of stun and wipe the entire enemy team with massive amounts of damage is crucial. How is your Ongioki built? Yeah, fair enough.
You know,
that is solid.
Like Ongioki's really
that
fun.
is solid.
Yeah, it's super solid.
And now number 1, Hanwoo, the Light Art Master. The really nice thing about Hanwoo is that his third skill ignores all passives on the enemy team. We're talking Abellio isn't going to get his attack bar boost, Kinky isn't going to revenge, and you have the ability to stun a Chroma.
If you're running out of despair.
If you're running out of despair. And that's all we've got for the top 9 content monsters for RTA. Again, I'm xNocke, and yeah, I stream on Twitch. If you guys want to give me a follow, the link should be down here. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks.